welcome to today's video. So today we are going to be playing with something completely new, something completely out of my, let's just say, realm of expertise, but it is so fun. I can't wait to show you guys this today. So we're going to be playing with a brand that's still fairly new. I think it's maybe only been around maybe a year or two. Someone leave me a comment if I'm wrong, because I might be. It is called Artesprix, and you can see the name right there. Cool little rainbow situation. So it is, this is gonna sound super technical, but we'll go into it here in a second. They are what they call iron-on ink. So it uses the scientific process of, big science word, sublimation, to create really cool permanent images on wood, on metal, on polyester coated ceramics, and even on like blankets and clothes, which we'll get into here in a second. So this company created these permanent, let me read it right, permanent thermal transfer markers. And here's just a few little colors. So they just look like traditional markers. And they also have a black ink pad. So you could take your existing stamps that you might have, use this, and use it to permanently transfer it onto other things. How cool is that? So I'm going to show you a few things we're going to do in today's video. So set that over there. So the first thing you're going to see in the video is actually this shirt so my 11-year-old daughter drew these butterflies, and then we transferred them onto the shirt so now she can wear her art. How cool is that? She's better at me than so many things. This was my actually first attempt, so I wasn't really sure what the markers did and that kind of stuff. So I just did a little doodle on a tank top, just for funsies, some little doodle with a stencil and that kind of stuff, because why not? And this is actually my favorite. This is actually just one of those cheap, like $2.50 or something, $3 polyester blankets from Walmart. But look what I was able, I gotta find it, there it is. Look what I was able to add. How cool is that? Like for like a baby blanket or something. So here's a few details that I have learned through my playing with sublimation. I've got my I'm a Nervous Rex t-shirt on for all those with anxiety. I'm sure you're loving that. Hello, I'm one of them. So a few things I have learned using these products that I want to share before we get started. So they are super fun. They are super easy to use. They sound a little intimidating, but trust me, they are not. But a few things just to keep in mind. This process will not work on everything. It will work on your wood and your metal and that kind of stuff. But when it comes to like ceramics, tumblers, which you can do it on tumblers, which is really cool. In fact, I will link a video down below that they did live where they actually did a gel press print using their markers and then put it on a tumbler. I'll have to leave that for you guys. That's next on my list, is to play with it with my gel press plate. But it does not work on everything. They call them blanks. So your fabric, your tumblers, your coasters, all that kind of stuff needs to be coated in polyester. I really don't know why. It's just what it adheres to. So just be very cautious what you choose to play with, because I don't want you to waste money on things that might not work. When it comes to fabric, the higher percent of polyester that it is, the better your image is gonna be. So sublimation is basically the science where by adding heat, the ink that you've drawn actually becomes a gas, and that's how it infuses with your fabric. The same goes for the Cricut Ink Joy. That kind of thing. It's the same science. It just basically heats it up, turns it into a gas, and those gas atoms attach to your fabric molecules, and poof, you have a design that lasts forever. Science. Don't ask me any more science other than that. But for whatever reason, I don't know the science behind this part, polyester works the best. So this blanket is 100% polyester, so it transferred amazingly. So just kind of keep that in mind. The way almost called it Artesprix, but Artesprix is a ultra running brand, Artesprix. The way they kind of tell us about that, actually in that video I'll link down below, is that if say you find something that's 80% polyester, 20% cotton, then your image will be at about 20 or about 80% of the brightness that it could have been had it been 100%. So just kind of keep that in mind. The less polyester, the less vibrant and crisp your image is going to be. So just kind of keep that in mind whenever you're finding stuff. All the stuff that I bought is actually just from Walmart, so it's good stuff to play with. Nothing was over like $4, so that's super fun. Something else to keep in mind is that you don't have to have a shirt press, because I do not. I've thought about one, I've thought about an easy press, but I haven't really wanted to invest the money. So I use just a regular household iron. A few things to keep in mind if you are using a household iron: make sure the steam is turned off, because you don't want that. Make sure it is on the highest setting, so I believe most of them that's cotton. And then also, if it's like mine and it does have that steam capability, your iron has those little holes in it. Make sure that, because with those holes in it, you're not getting the same heat distribution as you would with, say, a shirt press where it's like just a full square of heat. So just make sure that you're moving that iron around quite a bit so that you evenly disperse the heat. Now with the shirt press, you can actually do these techniques in like 45 to 90 seconds, depending on what you're printing on. But with an iron, I did all the ones in this video, I did for 5 minutes, mainly because I wasn't really sure what I was doing and I wanted to make sure I did it right. And you're gonna notice that they're not perfect. There's a few places where I probably could have used a little more heat, and I didn't get maybe the edge of a letter or something like that. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. And then lastly, whenever you are doing either of those, the ink or like with the markers or the stamp pads, the colors, oh, I almost forgot the best part. It does not take specialty paper. How cool is that? So you don't have to go out and buy some super expensive paper in order to do these transfers. All of these transfers are actually done by drawing just on regular white copy paper. You'll see in the first section of this video that we did a little crafting with Chloe. That's my 11-year-old daughter. And then I wanted to just be able to show you how easy it can be to do. So she literally just took the Artesprix markers, drew those beautiful butterflies on a piece of copy paper, and that's how we transferred it. So isn't that amazing? You don't have to go out and spend a ton. And I think these markers, like a set, are like maybe 15 to 20 bucks. So even that part isn't horribly expensive. But back to what I was saying, you're gonna notice whenever you put your markers down and whenever you're drawing or whenever you're doing your stamping, you're gonna notice that the colors are more muted. But don't worry, once you add that heat and you do the actual sublimation process, those colors are gonna become much more vibrant and much more kind of waking up, I guess, for a fun word. So just kind of keep that in mind. Don't be sad if you put down your red and it kind of looks like a muted orange. Once that heat hits it, it'll pop back into that bright red. So I will leave some links down below for Artesprix so you guys can go check them out. The markers come in primaries and brights and pastels. They also have a bunch of really cool what they call blanks on their website, which is just different things you can make, like keychains and tumblers and all that kind of stuff. So enough of my jibberty jabber. This intro ended up being longer than I thought, but I wanted to throw just a few things out there and let you know that I understand that what is going to happen in this video is not going to be perfect, but the concept is super fun and I hope you guys enjoy it. So without further ado, let's craft with Chloe. So do we want... like we can make this, we want to cut to roughly the size you're going to want to draw on. So we could either cut it, if you want to go cut it to like this size, or if you want to go wide.
I like it like this way.
Okay, do you want it shorter?
I think that's good.
Is that good? Okay, then just keep the full sheet of paper then.
I just draw whatever.
Yeah. We're going to put this underneath it. so that you can not accidentally like go through onto any of my little surfaces. All right, draw away.
I don't know what to draw.
I don't know, I can help you with that. I mean, there's also the stamp pad, and you can stamp images with like my stamps and stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna draw like a butterfly or something.
Remember?
Butterfly?
It's gonna go on a shirt.
Oh.
Then there's more paper if you want to. Do you want to draw it with a pencil first?
That would probably be best.
Here.
Let's try that again.
And switch. There you go. Done it first.
Okay. It's gonna work better. My beautiful butterflies.
Okay. Hold that. I'm going to move this out of the way. We're going to make what they call a sublimation sandwich.
What the?
So we're going to add one piece of protective paper
Is that
underneath.
gonna affect it? I don't know.
No, that's from something else. Okay. Lay that on top. That just protects other stuff. And then we're going to add a protective piece in between. So
It doesn't like stick or...
yeah, so because sublimation is going to turn the markers you put here into a gas, and that gas is going to fuse with the shirt materials. Alright, so let's make sure this is as flat as we can get it.
Good thing it's like a stretchy shirt, so flat now.
I don't know why, there's a reason, but it works best with like this kind of material, so like a polyester kind of material. Okay, do you want to trim these down or leave them? That way you can kind of have a better idea of where they're going to go, or leave them square.
Okay.
Okay, we'll just do it the easy way. So,
Sort of close.
okay, so hold your butterflies. We got that down. And we're going to cut a few pieces of the heat tape.
The butterflies.
So we're actually going to put it ink side down. So that's how it'll transfer. So you can decide where you want your butterflies to live on your shirt.
Maybe put it like here.
Okay, that'd be cool. Kind of going down the side. Okay, and I'm going to give you some pieces of tape.
I think that would.
Okay, is it under a flat piece? Just make sure it's over the paper we put in there. I think it might be folded just a smidge right there.
Yeah, we might want to scoot this over. And then
Okay, make sure it's all smoothed out. And then we're going to add some of this heat tape. So it's going to keep our thing from moving, but it can withstand super hot temps. There you go. Okay, and then we're going to add one more piece of heat transfer over on top. And then we're going to take it to our makeshift ironing board down there.
love that.
I don't have the cool stuff to do this. Here, we can get rid of this one. We can get rid of this one. That's kind of cool though.
Oh yeah, it's really pretty.
Alright, now let's remove our tape and see how we did.
Is the tape hot?
No, it's actually pretty cool by now.
Oh really? That was fast. I thought the tape would get hot because it can like...
I think that's why it's a special kind of heat. It resists heat. Like, I wonder if it says how hot it can get. Yeah, it can get up to 400 degrees.
Dang.
And it doesn't matter if it tears your paper at this point, so...
Trying to get that. Maybe better if I rip it off the paper.
Whoop.
Woo!
You can probably just lift the paper up.
Oh!
That's great!
Dang.
That turned out better than mine did.
I thought I didn't even... Look at how much more vibrant they are.
Yeah, let's get up just a little bit.
That looks... We should
I'm
have
like,
more butterflies.
For a first time playing with it, I think that looks amazing.
Can you redo that? Can you redo like use the designs multiple times?
I think you can. We'll Google it before we try it.
And then we could add more like at the bottom and like up here.
Well, here. We'll just pause the recording and go.